is everyone? I hope you all had a good day yesterday. For those of you that are in the States and celebrate holiday. Y'all may hear my animals. I did move. I have an older dog. He's 11. And I moved his bed in here. So he can relax. So if y'all hear a dog snoring, so, I'm going to start with the Sacred Forest Oracle this morning, or this day. Patience. 18. That's interesting. I've never noticed before. On this 8, the bottom half, there's a little clock. I don't know if this is picking it up. Hey, Justin. See? So, foggy bog, having patience, but rising above the mist. Anything else, universe, that you would like? Joy. 22, master number. Owl spirit, wisdom, 27. I have a reading where I'd mentioned owl spirit several times. Strength, enlightenment. Coming out of, I'm hearing a second dark night of the soul. Oof, those are rough. There's a sense of definitely waiting for joy to return, the essence of joy. Joy is something that can be cultivated. One way that I have found that worked for me, if I could make a suggestion, when I would feel myself clearly feeling down and out and just that heaviness, I found if I would put comedy on and find something to laugh about, it would help create that sense of laughter. Baby laughing videos are really good for that too. That's a way of jump-starting and cultivating that sense of natural joy within ourselves. I can identify with that, Justin. I feel as if, for me personally, I've gone through so many changes and just passing away of, things that I necessarily wasn't anticipating needing changes, but the universe knew, right? And it feels as if our intuition becomes in tune to what's going on. And it's kind of like we know because we've been here before, right? At this point, it's kind of like we know. So it's like we're just waiting. And when things rise to the surface, we're taking that, cultivating, having the inner strength to actually sit with it and find that open door and find that light. And so that's where I need, that's where I'm going. Very much so. There's a lot of nines, so this also has to do with internal. I'm often reminded when we do that internal work, our outward world reflects that, right? I often tell people that, I work with in my career, shall we say, you don't have to try to convince someone when you've made some changes in your life. Eventually the changes shows because the cycle and the repetition changes, correct? You no longer do the things that you used to do. You no longer go the places you used to go, right? Old contacts just seems to fall away because you've grown, right? But I also have some contacts and people that, Justin, for instance, I might not see or speak to them for long amounts of time, but it's kindred spirits and you pick up where you left off, right? That's that reunification. That's that coming together. I'm pretty sure y'all heard my cat agree with me. That's how you know that others are doing the work globally, correct? I often find that we go into hermit mode and we work on ourselves and we're patient, right? And we find that inner joy and then we come back and we share it. Where, universe, would you like for me to go? Legacy of the Divine. I took this deck camping with me, and it got a little weathered. It still works just fine. By the way, this is the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Look at how powerful she is. Not want to bend. It is a little weathered, like I said, but there's a different way of going about doing things. You see how this deck did not want to be shuffled in the other manner? It's like, no, this is the way we're going to shuffle. Shovel. Ooh, shuffle. This is not the Tarot of Dreams one. I have it. This one is the one. This one is the Legacy of the Divine. It's the same artist. Let's pull from the Dreams deck since you mentioned it. I don't mind. Everything happens with purpose and on purpose. Tarot of Dreams. Let's go with it. This one has the extra cards in it that deals with houses, right? Houses. Well, I will ask my friend Jessica to help return that deck to you, because I'll tell you what, she has a very unique gift of returning lost items. And I just said this one has the houses, and I split the deck. The Palace of Cups. Look at the bottom. Palace of Cups. I was just talking about how this deck has that. I heard a car door, so unexpected visitors too, maybe. Look at that. Judgment call. Judgment from the higher realms. I heard creating movement. Rising above. Mighty forces come to your aid. I have to be careful with this deck, the artistry in it, correct? I feel as if there's a great allowance for higher self right now. Again, it's hermit energy, but it's a judgment call to allow the higher self and higher beings to at work. I feel as if some of you have learned that you need to ask and give permission for your spirit team to step in and assist you. This is kind of like that judgment call. A lot of you are learning, right, that you have to ask for assistance, right? And you're being lifted through a portal. I have to cover this, but the artistry is very distinct, right? You see his higher self is connecting. It's like this is a portal, and here you are suspending yourself, correct? Making a judgment call to suspend yourself and allow the universe and key forces to be at work, and ask for divine assistance, like lift me up. I'm hearing an old song from whenever I grew up in my very religious days. It was called Lift Me Up Above the Shadows and Set My Feet on Higher Ground. I don't often sing, but it's coming to mind, right? And for some of you also, you're assisting in lost souls, right? As a collective, we are assisting others. See, there's other souls being that are connected. That's some of that energy of dead weight I heard is because make certain that you're bringing persons along, attachments along that are meant to go with you, right? Some attachments aren't always meant to go with you either. Rising above the hurt, the pain. Three of Swords can also be somewhat self-inflicted, right? My bad, universe, send it again. Okay, so Mercury, yeah, send it again, the Tower. Send in the change, send in the reconstruction, right? This tower is built solid. So this is not about tearing things down. This is about illuminating places that you're continuously working on and building. See, this tower is not falling and crumbling. There's illumination from above. Seven of Pentacles with it. So where am I going to invest in things? What are the investments that I've made? Soul bonds, soul connections, divine justice. Divine court is in session. I'm getting Maat, the Egyptian goddess. M-A-A-T. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. She weighs your souls, right? I have her card in here, actually. Let's see. Here she is. Let's keep going, collective. Keep going, collective. Page of Swords. Keep going. Keep exploring. Keep finding your truth. Continue on your journey. Some of you could be communicating with a child. Page energy. Ten of Cups. Your truth, your authenticity. Approaching people from a youthful spirit. There's a youthfulness. I'm being reminded. There's a youthfulness to be restored. That's the judgment call. Divine courts in session to bring change. There's a judgment call to bring change. Because of the fact that you have invested time, effort, and energy, and you have gone within and have out and are going to arise with the spirit of a childlike energy. This is a reviving of your inner child. Because we talked about joy earlier and how to cultivate it, right? That's what this is about. Integration of the inner child. Go play in the fucking rain. Go fucking run in the rain. Go find a swing at the fucking park. Pardon my language. That's how you start playing with your inner child. Right? Ride a bike. I went to the lake and I would sit right on like a huge boulder and just stare out over the water and kind of, I guess, scry in a way. But those were things that I would do as a child that I loved to do, right? And when I got a little bit older, I stopped playing as much because I feel as if life had gotten so fucking serious, right? But I was creating the instability within myself when I needed to really just go out and have some fun and allow the universe to work on my behalf. I was pushing things. Burnout. King of Wands. From a page to a King of Wands. So your inner child playfulness is the airflow to your passion of mastery and what it is that you want to do in your life. I worked with Maat. She's definitely one of the deities and goddesses that I worked with. I also worked with Papa Legba, and I still do. You know, my culture, my heritage is from Southwest Louisiana, so yeah. Your truth and authenticity is the fuel, and your inner child. It's the life source for your soul, right? Okay, so look, for instance, I'm being reminded of a candle. If you take away air, what happens? It goes out. So if you take away your sense of joy, your passions are going to go out. Manu, Mama's reading. Are you going to say hello to the collective? Yeah. Leo energy, speaking of Egypt. And then my familiar steps in. Hey, buddy. You can't. No. Manu. Pardon me a second. My little lion here. Manu, come over here, buddy. I know you like the energies of the cards. Come on. Excuse me, sir, but you're indecent exposure. Thank you for blessing the reading. Thank you. Inner child integration. And look, that's that palace of coins. And I saw the magician. Did you see the magician card kind of slide a little bit? In your most innocent sense of joy and authenticity, that's how you're creating and manifesting basically your dream place. For, let's see, for the other palaces, they're fun places to visit. But this palace of coins is where we live. Here is where we feel safe and secure, where we tend our earthly needs, where we are the kings and queens of our own castle. Here we can experience the elemental energies as fully human attributes, the intellectual, which is the owl, the impetuous, which is the deer, the moody, which is the frog, and the mundane, represented by a mouse. The mountains in the background are more distant than in the Palace of Wands. The dreams, the goals remain. Home is always waiting when we need a rest from our journey. It's talking about going within and finding your own sense of peace where you disconnect and you recharge and you find your authenticity. This is the regrowth after coming out of that dark night of the soul that we were talking about, right? Spiritual awakenings. There's levels of soul's awakenings. There's, old gifts that come in and resurface, and we learn how to grow those gifts, right? We were born with them, but they're like undiscovered and uncharted territory, so to speak, right? My dad, before he passed, was in the Navy, right? So, I don't know, for me, the natal chart reminds me, you know, a journey on a ship through your soul. Or that's just how my dad is showing me now. To give it to the collective. Emotional, my dad. Thanks, Dad. I love you. It's from a sense of love and empowerment. Right? There's recognition. There's a new sense of there's regeneration. There's just a renewal of oneself and one's soul. And what's to come is a sense of deep accomplishment. Like, I did this. I feel as if the emotions is the emotions that one is having for oneself, and the compassion and the level of understanding for oneself, for all of the things that you've been through, and as well your ancestors, you know, recognizing and loving you. And there is a sense of accomplishment. For some of you, there's a mother energy that's been looking down upon you. Yeah. Their greatest gift now is to invest in you. That's definitely somebody's mother. That is no longer in this dimension, in living form, so to speak. Because she's telling me that. Why is my phone locked up? My camera's still rolling. I don't know what's going on. Loosen up my camera. That would be nice. I don't know if my video feed is working or if it's frozen. So we'll see. I'll wrap it up here. Just in the event that my video is still rolling. There we go. Owl spirit and squirrel spirit. Choose to know truths because you can. Open your inner vision, for you can see through deception. You're an expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make your plans for the future, and life will give you all that you need. All right, collective, thank you and have a great day.